Hi, Matt. I'm Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Nice to meet
This
you
is great.
again.
Good to see you in the hall. It was a quick.
Yeah.
It was a quick connection.
This is official.
Yeah, this is much better.
All right, we're all good? I guess we're doing this standing up.
We are. Do you want to sit? You
I
can
know,
sit.
no,
How
standing
about
up.
this? Oh, just want to-
Standing up always makes people look better. Oh, that's so romantic.
Totally
So
answer
thanks
your
for
questions.
coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we love the song Faster.
Thank you.
So what was your, what is that song about?
I guess it's about the carnal human collision.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, it's about togetherness.
Good answer.
Yeah,
And that's off the album Modern Love. Are you hot? Are you getting
it's steamy. Just
Sorry.
thinking about it.
Modern Love?
Yes.
Name of the album.
New record.
Yes.
Yeah, came out in June, 1 month after the. What was that thing called where they were supposed to come get us and the world was supposed to come to an end? The Rapture.
Yeah.
It was 1 month after the Rapture didn't happen.
Oh, lucky for you.
Yeah, I was like, this is terrible timing for the end of the world because my record is a month from coming out, and luckily they moved it to October.
Perfect. Lucky for you.
Yeah. So. Whew.
I was listening to the actual, because you have a song on the album called Modern Love.
Yeah.
Of course. Now, what does that mean? Because I was listening to it and you were like, you don't like this modern love sort of thing. What's the difference between modern love and maybe love that you're talking about
Well,
with
so
your wife?
what did you? Wow. What did you think it meant when you heard it?
What did I think? This is my interview?
Yeah.
I was thinking like, you know, all the media and all of the just,
Yeah.
it's fake kind of.
Yeah.
I'm right?
Dude, that was like right out of the park. That is exactly what it's about. The idea that we live in a society where everything is on fast forward, and even though it's fun to be on fast forward, the things that actually matter and the depth of relationships come from kind of the opposite of that kind of surface.
Right.
So it's about a woman who is tired of not finding the depth that she wants out of relationships.
It is true.
Yeah.
Are you old school love?
Maybe. I don't know. New love, old love. I like connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was written about a friend of mine who thought that all good men were either taken, dead, or gay. And so I thought that's a perfect idea for a song right there. So that's how that song came about.
That is. Now, in addition to being a songwriter, I was looking at your website, and you're actually, I would consider you a poet, sort of. I was reading about yourself. You wrote your own thing, and the way you wrote it, it was really pretty.
Thanks. I thought at first you were going to talk about my breakdancing.
I
So when
did
you were
not
like,
know
you're like,
this about you.
Matt, I see you as a musician, but really, who knew about your breakdancing? But if you're going to talk about poetry and compliment me like that, let's focus on that. Yeah, I just, lyrics to me are important, super important, so I spend a lot of time beating them up. So it's nice that you think they're poetry.
I do.
My God.
I do.
I'm into that.
Well, you did like an about yourself sort of thing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was like the sentences were short and then they were longer. It was like in poetry form.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
was pretty impressed.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't know about this breakdancing thing
No,
you do.
it was a long time ago,
Oh.
different era.
Okay.
But yeah, so I did this brain dump, is what I called it.
Okay.
Where, because every artist writes it gets a bio written about them, about
Yeah.
their record, and it'll be like, Matt Nathanson, born of fire, produced this record that's going to change. And so we got a bio written, and it was a little bit phoned in. So I was like, this is not, I feel like the record deserves more than that. So then I took about 10 minutes and
10 minutes.
puked down all this stuff, and it ended up being all right. I was sort of more of like I was like, I should give an outline to somebody. And then I just started writing, and then it became the bio for the record. Yeah.
Yeah, which is really beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. That's nice.
No problem. Okay, so also I actually listened to the Green album,
Oh,
the
yeah.
new soundtrack to the Muppets movie. You have a song on that album.
Yes. I hope that something better comes along. The thing about the Muppets that's great is that it's subversive. It's like, it seems on the surface to be kind of simple and easy to digest, but underneath there's this huge, there's just a depth, and hope that something better comes along, which is the song I covered, which was originally done by Rolf, the piano-playing dog.
Uh-huh.
which I see a lot of similarities between myself and Rolf. That was why I sort of was like, I looked inside him, into his dead puppet eyes, and I was like, and it's a deep song. It's kind of a little bit sexy and a little bit, you know, the way, I don't think he wrote it.
The dog didn't
Yeah,
write
no, he's just a puppet. But I thought for a second I was going to be like, Rolf really got deep there. But anyway, so yeah, it was a fun song to cover because it's got a lot of depth. It's like a lost Randy Newman song or something, you know, classic. Sounds kind of 30s.
Yeah.
Ballroom piano.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
the Fray was on that album I saw.
Yeah, yeah.
All those. So did you get to work with them, or you just sort of did your own thing on the
I
side?
did my own thing, and then I handed it in, and then there it was. It was great.
That's
it's a
really
great
cool.
record. It's fun to hear,
I heard it.
like, real
Sounds good.
people sing what you think Muppets are singing.
Yeah, you guys should check it out. It's a good
Yeah,
song.
it's not easy being green, which is we all have that problem.
And so speaking of tours and things that you're doing, so you were on tour with Sugarland.
Yes.
How was that?
Oh my God, they're my favorite.
They're so great.
Yeah, and we did a duet. Jennifer and I sing on the record together. There's a song called Run. Christian plays guitar, Jennifer sings, I sing, we sing together, and it's great. It's really fun to get your sexy on, you know, together, as opposed to usually just getting, oh hi, you're young, but you know what I'm saying. It's easy to get your, you know, it's fun to collaborate with someone.
She has two older brothers.
You do,
Older,
great.
20 and 22.
You get it. Then you're totally dialed. So yeah, but it was fun to be able to do that. So that song, and then touring with them was great because they've been friends of mine for a long time.
Oh, really?
We wrote the song together, and they did a cover of "Come On Get Higher" a couple of years ago, and put it on their sort of expanded version of their last record. And then we became friends. They took me on tour. Then we wrote together. It was really organic.
Yeah.
And they were hugely inspirational in the Modern Love making of the record, because I would just kind of throw ideas at them and be like, what do you think? And then always. So anyway, so that was fun, and we got to sing every night. Jennifer and I sang.
So
Run
fun.
every night. Yeah, so that was a fun tour.
That is. And now you're going on tour with Maroon 5 and Train.
Yes.
That's going to be
Who
great.
are also my friends. So it's
Really?
great. Yeah, it's like summer camp.
You are like Mr. Popular.
I know. Either that or I'm the kid that like moves between groups. Do you know what I mean? Like I go to the jocks and I'm like, yeah, man. And then I go to the nerds and I'm like, Dungeons and Dragons. And then I go to like, it's good. So that's more me. I'm like the guy that sits at different tables
Yeah.
at lunch.
So what's Train and Maroon 5? What are they?
They're, let's see. I mean, the Maroon 5 guys are kind of like cool, you know, and the Train guys are cool, but at the same time they're sort of like approachable. You know what I mean? They're good. I don't know what they do. None of them are the jocks.
No.
No. I don't know what. That's a good question. Where do
Thank
they
you.
fall?
Thank you.
Artsy, cool kids, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Theater.
Theater
Yeah.
kids. I would say Train, theater kids. Maroon 5 sort of like hang out, you know, cool, kind of partying. But not like, you know, not bad. But just, you know, fun. Like they throw good fun parties.
Well, most important, what are you? What would you consider you? Or what were you in high school?
Oh,
No one likes to think about that.
no, I got as far away from that as I could by being a musician.
So there you go.
I don't know what I was in high school. I just wasn't cool. I had a mullet.
No way.
Yeah, but I still moved between everybody. It was a well-respected mullet. They liked me, and yeah, it was fun. I was friends with everybody. Although on Facebook, do you realize on Facebook that most of the people that get in touch with you, does this happen to you? Most of the people that like want to be in touch with you are people you hated.
Oh, it's so true.
Like, why? What is their problem? Like these kids that used to like in 5th grade that would like beat me up or like, hey man, heard your song on the radio. It's like what?
Oh, of course, because now you're Matt Nathanson.
I know, and before I was Matt Nathanson, they got the crap kicked out of him. But so I don't know the answer. I don't know what. But so yeah, there's been a lot of Facebooking with people that I just don't think they remember that they were total douches.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that? No. But everybody. That's a thing you can find at a Walgreens.
So you said mullet, reminded me of, a couple
Mullet.
of years ago. Your first album was actually in 1993.
Yes.
So you've been doing this for a long
A
time.
long time.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, it was during the grunge era. So my mullet had grown into an Eddie Vedder like flowing mane.
So nice.
I looked like a really unattractive woman. With beautiful hair, they'd be like, "Oh, hello, ooh."
Oh, you're a guy.
You're a dude. Yeah.
Now, is there something about you that you can tell us that is, nobody knows? There could be top secret that you can only tell us here in the Dunkin' Donuts Music Lounge.
Oh my God. Dunkin' Donuts does bring the truth out of me. I hate olives. I think they taste like what I'm assuming when Pompeii went up, with the volcano and everybody was burning. That's what I think olives taste like, what it must have smelled like.
It's a really interesting
Yeah,
reference.
that's something about me that you don't know.
Okay.
I can't stand olives. And then also mushrooms, way overused. And they taste like if you did a faceplant in the forest. So those are my two I would say those are two things that I don't tell very many people.
Okay.
Yeah, olives and mushrooms, keep them away from me.
Okay.
I
Good
can't
thing
do
we
it.
brought donuts.
Well, no, but have you ever seen mushroom donuts?
No.
Yeah.
There is such thing.
Oh, you have no idea. Olive donuts. I'm just saying it so Dunkin' Donuts doesn't branch out.
I hope not. For your sake.
Oh my God. Olive flavored Dunkin' Donuts coffee. That was, for a second, that was almost
That
happening.
would be the worst.
The worst.
Well, I'll let them know next time I talk to them.
Do you ever see that
I
great?
know.
You guys should Google this great Dunkin' Donuts ad with Ace Frehley from Kiss. Has anyone seen this ad? Oh, can we get this up on these magic screen? There's this where they get Ace Frehley. Ace Frehley has had his trouble with alcohol throughout his life, and but this is a great ad where I think he's drunk, and they say, and they bring him into a boardroom, and they're all sitting around a boardroom table, and they're all dressed in suits, and they're like, "Show me the P&L statement." And then the voiceover goes, Ace Frehley, the guitar player from Kiss, and then he goes, "I'll show you P&L statement." And then he hits like a sparkler on his guitar and it blows up, and then he kind of it sounds like he's falling down the stairs. It's the best ad I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, you have to YouTube it. It's constantly funny. I don't think it's ever not been funny. It's been done, I think it was like 5 years ago they did it, and it brings me great joy. Much like the Dunkin' sticks bring me joy. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. Jelly-filled Dunkin' sticks.
Ooh, those are good.
Oh,
Totally.
unbelievable.
Now, do you guys, anybody have questions for Matt that you wanted to
bring it.
ask him?
What have you always wanted to know about maybe mortgage rates or... I'm here for you. Nothing? You guys know everything? Great. Oh, yeah.
What kind of olives? Black olives or Spanish?
Dude,
olives?
all olives, man. They're evil. What's the middle part of that green olive? Like, that's terrible.
Carrot.
It's a carrot? Oh, I can hang with carrot. Yeah, no, just pretty much all olives. And, like, the essence of olive, like olive oil and things is okay, but, like, when it gets too olivey, it just tastes like, I don't know, putrid human flesh. Is that weird? Yeah, probably. I don't know, I've never had it. But. Next.
How did you and your wife meet?
We went to college together. Yeah. And I had flowing Eddie Vedder hair. You can't get in the way of that, you know what I'm saying? That's a thunderous thing. Yeah, so I just swept in with my hair. The mullet had grown out at that point, just in case you were wondering. All right, anybody else? This is fun. I'm totally down with this. You guys?
A younger brother?
I have an older brother. Oh, okay. No, I have an older brother and an older sister. And yeah, sorry. Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast, preference?
Oh, that's a tough one. I grew up in Boston, so
Right.
so every time I see I watched The Town the other night on cable, and I started to cry, homesick, because they're talking in accents, and everybody's kind of mean to each other, but underneath they love each other, which is the Boston way. So I think I'm a loyal Bostonian, although it's hard to beat. I live in San Francisco, and it's hard to beat that town in terms of it's more my speed. Although every time I go back to Boston, I fit right in. I'm flipping people off. I'm driving them straight ahead. It's great. It feels like old home week. So yeah, so I feel like I'm split. My soul is in Boston, but and New Hampshire. But I love San Francisco. I love New Hampshire. Everybody laughed. Don't take my state for granted.
Lincoln, New Hampshire.
Oh, Lincoln.
We just, we hang out there.
Yeah.
Love it. The Bears.
Yeah. Old man in the
Yep.
he fell. The old man in the mountain fell. All right, New Hampshire, Boston, San Francisco, no younger brother, olives are the devil. Anything else? I'm totally down, yeah.
What is your writing process like?
It is not easy. It does not flow. You know, you read these articles where Tom Petty's like, yeah, I was finishing dinner and Free Fallin' just came to me. And I wrote it in 10 minutes. Like, that makes me hate Tom Petty. For me, it's this process of, I call it, this is kind of gross, but I feel like we know each other. It's like puking, right? And then you kind of look in and you find the little parts and then you pull it out. It's like refinement. You looked totally grossed out. That was awesome. You were like, why are you touching your own puke? But there's two parts of the process, right? There's the purge, where you just try and get what's in you out and you stay away from it. You try not to mess with it. You just try and let it flow through you. And then later you go back and you kind of excavate and you try and find the bits that work. Rarely have I had a song show up and be completely fully formed. It's a lot like, I do it a lot like if you ran a junkyard and you're pulling parts out of cars and putting them together to make the ultimate car. That's how I write songs. So it's kind of like, oh, I like that bridge. Oh, I like that verse. And then you sort of put it together and it doesn't work. And then you have to bring someone else in to help. That's usually how it goes. Yeah. Oh, fun. Good? Everybody feel satiated? You have a question, I know, but you're not going to ask it. It's okay.
Me?
Yeah, I know there's something in there.
I'll pull something out. How about
Van Halen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Who are you? What artists are you listening to now, or like you have music recommendations of like new artists that you like?
Yeah, so I do a record of the day because I listen to
Oh yes, I see that.
a record of the day. So every morning when I can do it, I listen to a full album. So I feel like we're getting further and further away from albums, which is fine, but I feel like they have merit. So I usually put a record of the day on Twitter and on Facebook. It's the same record, both places. So I've been listening to The Head and the Heart. It's a band out of Seattle. I've been listening to the Mumford & Sons record. I just bought both of the first two Ozzy Osbourne records on vinyl, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman. And since I don't have vinyl on the bus, I can't have vinyl on the bus, I've been amassing all this vinyl because I go to these towns and I buy it and then I lug 40 pounds worth of vinyl home and then I can't listen to it on the bus. So a lot of my stuff is sitting there at home. But like, they reissued a bunch of the Paul McCartney records. That in terms of new records, I love, Head and the Heart, Sarah Jarosz. That Adele record is killer. Excited about the new Coldplay. Excited about the new Van Halen. That wasn't a joke. So yeah, that's it. Cool. Rad.
Awesome. You guys all set? Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. That
We
was
just
really
learned
fun.
so much about
I
you.
know. I feel like we had a little moment together.
We're all
Isn't
like
that nice?
besties.
Yeah, I know. Let's hang out here and just eat donuts and then bounce off the walls. Perfect.
Awesome.
Cool.
So you're gonna perform for us now?
Yes, I'll play.
All right.
Aaron, do you want to
Awesome.
play? For the record, it's pimentos. Oh, I know it's pimentos. And then they separate the pimentos sometimes on their own.
Yeah, sometimes they put them in a loaf.
Well, that's the pimento. Is there no olive in a pimento?
Yeah.
I know it wasn't carrot. Must do Modern Love. Where we came with that first cut.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll take my gum out.